and LeBron James played his last game of the season on Friday.
Who, me?
Yes, you. After that, it was announced that LeBron will be out for the rest of the season, only 6 games, sitting out to heal up his groin, which, he missed 17 games straight with the groin injury, then another game, so 18 total, came back, was clearly not the LeBron James we've come to know and love. Couldn't lead the Lakers back into the playoffs after the hole they fell in. Didn't seem to have his explosiveness on a consistent basis. And then it comes out from one of his physical therapists.
How lame is that?
Right. She claims that he was, in pain, to quote her directly, and that he could have been out 6 months, but he fought back just to get back in 6 weeks. Whatever's true, the Lakers have said that LeBron is sitting out these last 6 games to help that groin heal up and make sure he is ready for next season. So, Rob Parker, you are upset about this.
Well, first I'm going to say this is the problem why people have an issue with LeBron.
Some people.
Some. Last year, when he got swept, he showed up to the press conference with a thing on his wrist. Oh, my wrist was broken, and I played the finals with a broken wrist, right? Then you play all year, you put up these numbers. Chris Broussard and Greg Jennings are howling about you and Shannon Sharp are howling about 28, 27, 8, and 8, his great numbers, and then his therapist comes out and says, oh, he was hurt the whole time and he was in great pain. Dude, you can't do that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm sorry.
I don't think it was a good look.
It's just a bad look.
Therapist. Because first of all, as I said, and I think you'll probably agree, LeBron, he played fine. He put up the numbers, but he clearly wasn't able to control a game like he has been in the past when he came back. He clearly didn't play as well after the injury as he did before. But I still, even though I can give you, okay, he wasn't 100%, to say he should have been out 6 months and he came back in 6 weeks, that's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's kind of ridiculous.
And that's my point: is why even bother with that? You know what I mean?
But here's the thing,
just
Rob,
accept it. It was a bad year.
You're saying it, and maybe I'm going to ask you the question. Do you think LeBron put her up to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
Come on, man. You think he went to his therapist?
Damage control, whoever his people are, his minions, and they wanted to make up. They wanted to make up a narrative, Chris. Just like seriously, now you noticed the finals right last year. It's fine if you want to put a cast on. Do it after the press conference.
It's a bad.
Why are you walking in there with that? So everybody goes. The first thing is like, LeBron, what's that on your wrist? Oh, well, I've been struggling through a partially broken wrist. If it wasn't for this extra bologna meat here on the thumb, my wrist would have fallen off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just looks bad. Chris, do the press conference and then you put it on, right? And then put it on afterwards.
Put it on when you get home or you get in the car or whatever.
Come on, man.
I get it.
I just hate to see that.
I agree. And I agree that it was a bad look for this physical therapist to come out and put that on Instagram. But I don't know for a fact, but I don't think LeBron put her up to it. And now you might be right. Maybe some of his people.
I said his people, not
that's
LeBron
not a good
directly.
Look,
right.
They gotta know better than that.
It just looks bad,
yeah,
and it
looked
does.
really bad.
But here's my beef, and I'm serious. Fans should call up, put together a class action lawsuit against the Lakers, and they should ask for their money back. And the Lakers, in good faith,
stop it.
But then, good faith, Chris,
Rob.
should return people. Not everybody's going to want their money back because people are going to go to the games.
Why wouldn't you want your money back? But who in their right mind wouldn't want their money back?
No, I bet you there are people who still want to go. No, it's not. And here's I'm gonna give you why.
It's 3 home games, Rob.
No, it doesn't matter. I bought birthday tickets for my kid for that game. LeBron's not going to be there. He's not hurt.
Stop it.
I could buy it if he was hurt. Okay. And here's the other part. If you go to a Broadway show, Chris, and the understudy is working tonight, the night that you buy your tickets, you could go back to the box office and ask for a refund or tickets for another performance when the star. Guess whose name is on the marquee? It's the star. I came to see Joe Blow. What? The understudy's working tonight? No. I want my $800 tickets to go to waste with the understudy. I should be able to get my money back. And if you go back to the box office, they'll give you a refund or give you tickets to another game.
How many people go to 41 Broadway shows, the same show every night?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
No, it doesn't.
In your illustration, I'm in town for one night. I want to go see a Broadway show, or I'm from New York and I want to go see this Broadway show.
Would you see that?
People don't have season tickets to the same Broadway show every night.
Would you go to watch a Broadway show if the star wasn't in it? I'm asking you.
Yeah, I would.
You
personally.
would. So the understudy, you don't care about that guy.
I probably wouldn't know the star anyway.
Okay, that's different. I bet you if you ask I bet you ask your wife, she would want to go. Like with Hamilton, what was that guy's name? The star of Hamilton. He was the guy that everybody wanted to see. And I'm not saying people didn't go anymore, but once he bowed out of the show, it wasn't the same thing. He was the star.
Okay, so should the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi Leonard sat out 22 games for load management.
Yes.
Straight up rest.
Yes. They
and
should
LeBron
give people
James,
back money.
At least according to the Lakers, Rob, LeBron James is sitting out because of a groin injury. Now, it's a playable one. He could play through it, but according to them, he's still injured.
He's not injured. He's not injured.
Right, hurt.
And if he was injured, that's totally different. And I think everybody knows you buy into that when you buy tickets at your own risk. But people not playing.
That's ridiculous.
I think
it's
that
three home games.
No.
If he was sitting out a quarter of the season,
I bought Little Junior tickets for his birthday, and LeBron's not playing.
Sorry.
I want a refund so I can buy a game next year.
Little Junior will learn a lesson. Life is not always fair.
No, Little Junior will learn.
That's a valuable lesson for Little Junior.
You know what? And here we go. This will be Little Junior, and this will be the sad part. He'll be walking out of the Staples Center with his hands in the air because he'll feel like he got robbed. Daddy, why did they rob us? You know, I know you paid good money to come see LeBron. All I wanted for my birthday was to see LeBron James. And instead, the Lakers stuck a gun in our backs, and they made us come to a game without LeBron, and they took my dad's hard-earned money, and I'm scarred for life.
You know what,
we
son?
Can't go.
Nah, I'm gonna go with you know what, son. As a person who's raised children, life is not always.
See, now
fair.
he's ripping me because I don't have any kids.
No, I'm just saying.
I've practiced. It just hasn't happened.
Life is. You're ready when they come, right? Is any chance of that still?
I don't know.
I know you like
I don't
the
have
younger
that much
ladies.
Money. Yeah, you know.
Life is not always.
But I don't know
fair.
if they like me though.
I got Rob. I got some good news, and I think Rob G will like this. This is some good news for Lakers fans because I read Bill Plaschke, who I love. You love him too, Rob. Tremendous columnist.
Absolutely. I've known Bill since the 90s.
Right. No, one of the best columnists in the nation, without question. He wrote an article today in the LA Times that said that this season with LeBron James, and Rob G, correct me if I'm using the wrong word, was perhaps the most disheartening. I think it was another word, but essentially disheartening seasons in Lakers history.
Wow.
Or did he, Rob G, check that out. He may have even said LA sports history.
It might be.
But let me, and again, Lakers fans are going to, what is it?
Rob G, get.
So did he use the word disheartening?
What word did he use?
Most disillusioning individual season in Los Angeles sports history.
I don't doubt that. I mean, as far as expectation. But then you notice, Rob G, as a Laker fan, you didn't expect them to win a championship, but you didn't expect what happened this year. Am I right?
That is correct.
All right, let me just throw something out. And I'm not saying that may not be the case, but this is what I want to throw out for all those Lakers fans who are upset, who are angry, and you have right to be. It was a bad season all the way around. I hope this consoles you. I hope this makes you feel better. I hope this gives you some comfort and some hope for the future. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, arguably the GOAT, okay? Arguably the GOAT. All-time leading scorer in NBA history. 6 championships, 6 MVP awards, a league record. His first season with the Lakers, smack dab in the middle of his prime.
Nobody cares about that.
Let me finish. He's 28 years old. He's not 34 like LeBron. He's not in his 16th season like LeBron. He doesn't make the playoffs. He comes from Milwaukee. He forces a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks because he wanted to be in Los Angeles. He's coming off an MVP season. He's upset. He wants it a bigger city. He doesn't feel like he has the teammates in Milwaukee because they didn't make the playoffs his last year there. So he comes to LA, and what does he do? He fails to make the playoffs.
But that doesn't make anybody feels good about that.
No, I'm saying it gives you hope. Look, Kareem's career with the Lakers was a resounding success.
Yeah, but the difference is he was 28. LeBron's an old 34
you know
who broke down this year. That's the
here
difference.
Was the difference.
And he's
Rob
in the Western
Parker.
Conference now.
I'm giving you straight facts because the second year bounced in the conference finals, swept, in fact, by Bill Walton in the Portland Trailblazers. The third year Kareem's in L.A., bounced in the first round by the Seattle Supersonics. The fourth year he's in L.A., bounced in 5 games by Seattle in the second round. And guess what saved Kareem's career with the Lakers? Getting another superstar in the person
and if you're
of
Magic
If
you're a
Johnson.
Laker fan, you know you're not getting one.
And that's what the Lakers are trying to do.
You know you're not getting one.
If they get Anthony, how you know? You're not getting Anthony Davis?
Nope.
How you know?
I do not believe that they will make a trade with the Lakers. I think they'll take anything other than a trade with the Lakers.
Look. Obviously, they don't want to deal with the Lakers if they have the choice.
I'm just telling you,
but
I don't
if
believe
they don't
that.
get anything better, oh yeah, you better believe they'll deal with the Lakers. You got to make the best basketball decision for your team.
I do not believe
I agree.
that.
Let's say Boston offers them something better or even close, like maybe slightly less. They'll deal with Boston. The Knicks, if they were to offer Zion, which I don't think they would, they deal with the Knicks. But if nobody else is giving them a better offer than the Lakers, you don't think they'll take it?
Those Laker players are bad, and now you got questions. You got question marks about Brandon Ingram.
You had question marks about D'Angelo Russell. He became an all-star. Julius Randle.
But I'm talking about
physically.
Physically, I'm talking about also Lonzo Ball can't stay healthy. There's just, to me, I got issues, and I would be like, no, I'm not going to make that move. Lonzo hasn't been able to stay healthy his 2 years with the Lakers. And now the same thing that stopped Chris Bosh's career, right, with the blood clots, now Brandon Ingram has that. I'm just saying.
A little different, though, because it's in the upper extremities.
But I'm just saying it's the same thing.
Yeah, well, it's not quite the same thing. It's it's different than having them in the legs. But but still, your point is well taken.
Blood clots are dangerous. That's all.
but again, it's more dangerous in the legs.
Do I want to take a chance? Is what I'm saying.
I think so. I mean, look, I'm not poo-pooing the point because he is injured. So that's something to take into consideration. I'm just saying I don't think it's as bad as Chris Bosh's. But, look, we'll see. But I'm just trying to give you some hope, Lakers fans, that look, it's not the first time a superstar came here and initially failed to deliver. I think nobody remembers that.
I think if we asked our listeners, do they want a refund on the last 3 home games? I bet you resounding. Yes, they would take a refund from the Lakers.
Who wouldn't take a refund?
Why? Because you might want to just go to the game.
I'd take a refund. Why? I've seen 40 of them.
No, everybody's not a season ticket holder. Everybody's not a season ticket holder, Chris. Okay. Some people only have 1 game a year.
So let me go
Why
do I want to go see Mo Wagner and Alex Caruso and these guys? So, of course people will take a...
No, I think should the Lakers do right on a horrible season?
No, don't just say the Lakers.
Should the Lakers do right?
We're not just an LA show. Should Toronto do right? Should San Antonio, when they sit all their players out for rest,
you always talk about the NBA markets as players, right? So it's come see LeBron James and the Lakers. That's false advertising.
Oh, stop it.
It is.
We'll give them a chance to talk. I mean,
877-99 on Fox.
In Neverland. You're living in Gaga World, La La Land, whatever. Should the NBA, Lakers, Raptors, Spurs, whoever's sitting out players for quote-unquote load management, give refunds to the fans when players shut it down? We'll continue the conversation with you next.
Let's do it. Let's see what people have to say. Mark in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening, brother?
Hell no, they shouldn't give no refund.
Thank you, Mark.
This been going on long before LeBron. Come on, Rob, get off that crap.
No, it hasn't. Michael Jordan played all 82 games.
Okay, Rob.
All 82 games at 40 years old. At 40.
Tim Duncan? What about Tim Duncan, Rob?
Everything ain't according to Michael Jordan, okay? I've been watching basketball long before Michael Jordan went to North Carolina.
You sound like you don't buy tickets. You watch at home.
This has been happening for decades,
you don't buy. No, it's not. No, it hasn't.
What about the Spurs, Rob?
No, it hasn't.
Tim Duncan. What about Tim Duncan?
And that's why they got fined $250,000 by David Stern, because it's not good for the league.
That's a drop
it's not
in
good.
the bucket.
It's not good for the league.
It was for one game. They don't get fined
Mark,
for
when was the last time you bought tickets in Sacramento? In 1988? Stop it. They cost you $7.
2 months ago. Hey, Rob, 2 months ago, I went to the OKC play Sacramento here.
All those
Mic
people
drop.
in Milwaukee went and they bought tickets to see Giannis and LeBron, and neither one played. Those tickets went for $500, bad seats, and those people got gypped. The NBA should change its name from the NBA to the NBA CF, NBA National Basketball Association Consumer Fraud, because that's where we are. Jimmy in North Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple. Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jimmy?
What's going on, fellas? I want to thank y'all for paying homage to Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
Yes.
But going on, I think there should be a refund, because you guys think about it. There was people in Cleveland whenever he was sitting down on that bench that drove 4 and 5 hours just to see LeBron. I'm just like, they didn't come to see Kevin Love. They didn't come to see Green. They came to see LeBron James, history, a legend.
Right, and if he was hurt,
so you feel that way about every team?
I would be all right with that. If he's
Should
hurt.
the Raptors give 22 games worth of refunds? I'm asking the caller. Back to the fans?
Yes, because, if you don't see Kawhi Leonard playing and you got people just, investing that money, they don't come out there for a Gerald Green or a Jeff or Green or
They go out there to see NBA basketball.
Chris, all I'm saying to you, and Jimmy, thanks for the call, appreciate it, is if you really bought tickets for your boy and he didn't get to see LeBron, he said, hey, it was his birthday or Christmas and I bought these tickets. LeBron didn't play, wasn't hurt. All I want is tickets for another game next year, because that was the purpose that I bought the tickets. That's a great gesture by an organization. I'm not saying every single game, and a lot of people just bought tickets because they like it.
You're not saying every
single
game.
I'm saying if someone really bought tickets for that reason, you should honor them.
How are they going to prove that?
The honor system, the way most life is.
The honor system?
Most life.
You don't think every person would go back and say, it was a special occasion.
Not everybody.
I brought my mother.
No, not
I
everybody.
brought my neighbor. It was his birthday. I brought my cousin who was in town for 10 days, and this was only,
Chris, no.
I agree, Rob. It's a beautiful gesture. But it's not really business. It's not like real world stuff.
Yes, it is. When we go to a restaurant, if it's somebody's birthday, everybody doesn't
they give you a little cake.
No, but
it's not
it's the honor system, though.
They give you a cupcake.
My point is, it's the honor system.
That's not comparable to a full game ticket.
Let's go to
they don't give you a free meal.
Terry in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's up, fellas?
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Hey, no, man, you gotta stop this, man. This big boy game, man. It's not everybody getting a trophy. I said it's gonna be hurt.
No, that had nothing to do with a trophy.
Hold on. Let me. You bought a ticket to see the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't.
Hey, what you did in your personal decision, that's your decision. The Lakers are saying you couldn't see the Lakers.
No. When
the Lakers are saying.
Terry, when they advertise, it says come see LeBron James and the Lakers. That's what it says.
Okay.
No, then you should take the players' names off of the advertisement.
Stop it. Just baseball don't.
And they should put a star and say.
Don't mean everybody.
And they should put a star that says subject to a play or something. All right, thanks for the call, Terry. Can we squeeze in one more? Yes. James in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, James?
Yeah, how you guys doing? As
Great.
the game evolves, we have to evolve with it. So, low management is a thing of the future. So as we evolve, we have to evolve for the consumer as well. So I feel like we can go to the CBA, get a system where you can get a refund, a partial refund, or in exchange for different
tickets, right, for another game that LeBron plays in.
Yeah, for sure. And that's across the board, not just for LeBron, Rob,
Right.
but for everybody.
Let me tell you, I went to go see that movie 1BC with Jack Black. Chris, did you remember that movie?
No.
It was god
But I
awful.
know Jack
It was
Black.
awful. Okay? I'm sitting there for 10 minutes, and I'm like, "There's no way I'm gonna watch this." I get up, I go to the box office. What do you think I say?
You want a refund?
And what they do? They gave me my money back.
You were there for 10 minutes.
No, but I
They
still
might do
paid.
that.
They could have said no. You paid for the
but
ticket.
They could have, but maybe if
Because it's a good gesture.
If a fan leaves, if a fan went to the box office at a Lakers game and said, "Oh, LeBron's not playing," it's 10 minutes in, and said, "I want my money back," maybe they would do it. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but
It happens in a lot of other businesses because
honestly,
it's about the
what
consumer.
I think would be good. I here's what I wish, because I'm tired of hearing. I agree. Like, I don't like the idea of sitting players for. I don't mind this at the end, 6 games left. I'm not tripping over that with LeBron. But and to be honest, when he was going to the playoffs in Cleveland a lot of years, he would rest a few games at the end.
But only
as
2. It wouldn't
as
be
with
that
a lot
money.
of players.
Right, but it's
a lot.
only
They would do that. I don't have a problem with that. But my feeling, and I think you would agree, Rob, look, if a guy like Kawhi Leonard and if all these players feel like, I can't play 82 games, I need to rest my body, coaches feel like that, all the analytics are telling them that, then you know what? Cut the season. Make it like 65 games. If you can't play 82 games, then make it a playable number.
All
so
they're
you
gonna
can
do
play every game. They won't do it because they want the money.
Don't pay
but
the
that's
players.
That's what I wish, Rob.
Take the money from that paycheck and give refunds to people who request them from that player who didn't play. Take away LeBron's game check and use that money for refunds. He didn't play.
If they did something like again, LeBron, I do think is sitting because of the groin, even though it's playable. But I just think I'm tired of this low management. If 82 games is too hard on the body, then cut the season to 62 games or something like that. All right. Rob Parker has a bone to pick, surprise, surprise, with John Calipari. I thought this was going to say Tom Izzo, Rob.
No, I ain't got an issue with Tom.
All right. That's next.
Just
But
won
first,
one
let's
championship
get
in 20 years. That's
let's get to Deb Carson for the latest in sports.
What's up,
All
Deb?
righty, guys. Well, they are saying it is a done deal. Kentucky spokesperson confirming that Hoops coach John Calipari has agreed to a long-term extension to stay with the Wildcats. The Athletic says the essentially lifetime contract came in response to UCLA's recent 6-year offer to Calipari. NBA Grizzlies announced that center Jonas Valanciunas is going to be out for the rest of the season after suffering a sprained ankle Sunday against the Clippers. Currently underway, Blake Griffin out with a sore knee for Detroit. Pistons are at the Pacers. Indiana right now with a 74-72 lead with 4 to go in the third quarter. Celtics with a 57-38 home lead over the Heat, a minute to go in the second. 4 to go second quarter at Brooklyn. Bucks lead the Nets 47-43. And by the way, Giannis Antetokounmpo is playing tonight. He was dealing with the ankle issue, but he is playing tonight. And the Magic are at Toronto. Raptors up 56-50 late in the second quarter. Brett Gardner's solo shot just made it a 3-1 lead for the Yankees. They are up 3-1 over the Tigers, currently in the top of the 7th inning. Brewers lead at Cincinnati 3-0 bottom 5. Top 4, it's a 5-0 home lead for the Braves over the Cubs. Bottom 5 in Toronto. Orioles with a 5-0 lead at the Blue Jays. And the Rays have a 3-0 home lead over the Rockies in the top of the 6th. Do have 2 finals from earlier today. Mike Clevenger, the starter for Cleveland, struck out 12 batters in 7 shutout innings. Indians beat the White Sox 5-3. And in 11 innings, Cardinals outlasted the Pirates 6-5, scoring the winning run on a passed ball. We will be back with the Odd Couple in 10 seconds, but first a word from Farmers.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Talk to farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
And just a quick note from the likely short-lived Alliance of American Football. The owner of the league, Tom Dundon, says a decision on whether to shut it down could come as early as tomorrow or within the next few days.
Deb, it's done.
Sports.
You could just tell.
Apparently,
right?
Stick a fork in it.
What kind of crowds are they drawing?
I don't think they're drawing great crowds. I'll look the numbers up and see what I can find out. But,
Viewership, crowd.
But usually, there was a lot of buzz when it was announced because this appeared to be like a scoop in. They were swooping in to start the league a year ahead of the new XFL, and people were excited about it. But I don't know if people were just fatigued from regular NFL football or just figured they were going to get lesser quality, so who cares?
After a
the
while.
NFL didn't get behind it.
Well, the NFL and the NFL Players Association haven't been working out. I think the other league, the Alliance, was hoping that there was going to be a developmental league agreement with the new with the NFL.
Well, you need to have that in place before you start the league. Come on.
Exactly.
And then you want the players to bail you out? No.
And
go
Deb,
to the league. If you want to make it a minor league, have the league bail you out.
Exactly.
Don't look at the players.
Yeah, and get a contract with them and set it up. Have more lead time, so you've got time to get great players, a great farm team, if you will, or a farm
they
system.
rushed, and now they're going to be done.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Deb, thank you.
You bet.
It is The Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob, and we are brought to you by Geico. We're coming to you live from the Geico Fox Sports Radio studios. It's easy to save 15% or more in your car insurance with Geico. Go to geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. The only hard part is figuring out which way is easier. And Rob, I'm just going to set it out. Deb set it out on a platter for you. I don't have to. John Calipari has a lifetime deal with Kentucky. Your thoughts?
I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen from the standpoint of his tenure at Kentucky has been a disaster. I mean, I get it. You won a national championship. Where was Tubby Smith's lifetime contract? You know what, Chris? He won a championship at Kentucky, too. He won one without those great players that Calipari had.
Well,
I'm saying like all of these great players that Calipari's had. Where's his lifetime deal? They couldn't wait to run Tubby Smith out of Kentucky.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. He has done nothing to earn it other than someone else was willing to offer him a deal, UCLA. I get it. But my God, it's been a failure in Kentucky. I don't care. You Wildcats, fans, they know it. All of these great players have come through. And one national championship? Terrible. John Calipari doesn't deserve a lifetime contract. I don't even know what the money is. I'm sure it's obscene.
Well, UCLA offered 6 years, $48 million. I do agree with you to some of what you said. I do think Calipari, you can definitely look critically at him with all the talent he's had. John Wall, Derrick Rose.
Chris, we don't have all day.
Right.
You
could go on and on, right? He should have more than one championship. However, and I agree with you wholeheartedly on Tubby Smith.
They ran him out of there, Chris.
Yep.
Right?
And Tubby won a championship. They didn't lose anything really when Pitino left and Tubby took over, and he was doing a great job. However, I would definitely not call Calipari's time at Kentucky a disaster. I think that's way off.
I think it's a
total
total
failure. And I wouldn't call it a failure either. At Kentucky, like you said, he's won one national championship, but national championships are very hard to come by in college basketball. Tom Izzo, viewed as one of the top coaches, as you have said, one championship in it was 20 years ago.
Right, in 2000.
Yeah,
but if you want to be one of the elite ones, you got to be better than that and the players that he's had.
Who's better than that other than Jay Wright and Mike Krzyzewski?
Jay Wright. There's
two people.
I would rather have Jay Wright at Kentucky.
Okay, but that's two people.
All I'm saying is
Calipari, look, let me finish. Rob, that's just ridiculous. It has not been a disaster. It has not been a failure. Let me just give you a few facts. All right? For the 3 years
these are your facts.
Before, these are a few facts. And I'm with you that I think Cal's a little overrated. And I think you can blame him for not, I certainly think you can blame him for not winning that championship. And that would have been Memphis when Derrick Rose was there. And they didn't foul, Kansas and Mario Chalmers hits that 3.
Yes.
So yeah, I
That's
think
coaching.
I think some of his game coaching leaves a lot to be desired. However, the recruiting is tremendous. Tremendous.
Yes, because FedEx
Kentucky,
delivers.
What you want in college basketball is to be one of the handful of teams that are at the top of the charts every single year. Since he's been at Kentucky, his team has been ranked number 1 6 times.
That's even worse.
In the 12 years before that, they were ranked number 1 once.
Yeah, but they won the same amount of championships.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not in college. Look, you would rip Jim Boeheim.
Jim Boeheim's been terrible.
Syracuse as
45 years. 45 years they won one championship.
Bobby Knight, and I don't want to talk about Bobby Knight's all the mess he did, the things he did wrong. But he won 3 championships in how many years in Indiana? And he was a great coach. Like, it's one and done. You said it earlier. It's a one and done format. Anything can happen. The best team doesn't always win, but Kentucky's program is undoubtedly one of a handful of the top programs in the country since Calipari's been there. They constantly get the best players. They're constantly ranked number 1, whether they finish with a championship or not. That's worth something. That's all I'm saying. To say he's a disaster is absolutely ridiculous.
It's been a disaster from the standpoint of look at what the type of players they've had. They expected they expected more than one measly championship.
Obviously not. They giving him a lifetime deal.
Well, because they do this all the time. They gave Charlie Weiss at Notre Dame a big contract off of 1 season too. This is where these schools.
This isn't one season.
This is where these. I'm just saying.
He's been there since 2010.
But my point is that teams do this. Universities do this.
Success.
No, it's been a decade of failure at Kentucky. That's what it is.
Rob. Well, then
one
you
championship.
Know what? Then let's look. I won't go as far to say winning an NCAA title is as hard as winning a World Series. But let's just say Bryce Harper's been a failure then. Mike Trout's been a failure. They're not winning.
Totally different.
Wow.
Because it's not the same as basketball. There's only 5 players and only 2 really matter.
What? Where'd you get that?
Only 2 players matter. You know that. 2 or 3.
No,
that's
I
all.
don't know that.
Yes,
I
that's
don't know
all that matters.
And I know it's one and done, not a 7-game series like in baseball.
Yeah, but it's funny because other guys have won championships. You just said it.
Yeah, but not many. I mean, Tom Izzo's a great coach. He hadn't won in the last 20 years.
That's in your opinion. I mean, great to me.
He's not a great coach, or he's a very good coach.
Very good coach.
He's one of the top coaches in the country.
If he's great, then what's John Wooden and Coach K and Dean
Wooden
Smith?
is on a whole nother level.
No,
I agree.
So it's
Nobody denies that Coach K is on another level.
Is Tom Izzo on the same level? I'm asking you, as Coach K. If Coach K is great, how can Tom Izzo be great? That's what I'm asking you.
Great. People use great. It's like saying Damian Lillard's great, but he's not on the same level as LeBron James.
That's what I mean.
I mean, seriously.
People use great very lavishly, and everybody's
Tom
not
Izzo is
great.
one of the best coaches in the country. How about that?
That's fine.
He hasn't won a championship in 20 years. So if we only judge him by championships, then
it's
it
not
is
only
somewhat
by,
related
it's
to
not
baseball.
Only. It's not
then
only.
Let's judge. What? If it's not only, what else has Calipari failed at?
But it's a combination of it. It's not just a championship.
I just think saying it's a disaster is ridiculous.
All I know is he's had so many great players. If you want to say he should have more championships, I agree with you. It's been embarrassing.
If you want to say he's a little overrated, I'll agree with you.
I
But
bet you we took calls from Kentucky.
Disaster?
They would
That's
say,
ridiculous.
I bet you people from Kentucky would say it's been a disaster.
But obviously not. I don't hear anybody yelling and screaming about him getting this deal.
Yes, they are. I bet you the columnists at the Louisville Courier Journal.
One
or whatever.
columnist. All right. I don't think they're bothered. They're relevant. Very relevant. All right.